Hello everybody, this is AOG Gaming here, back with another video on the finals. So, Season 10, it seems like the devs have finally come back and are starting to delve deep into what the buffs and nerfs are actually going to be for the classes in general, all the weapons, all the gadgets, things like that. They added new stuff to the game, new content, new map, new ability, gadget, and weapon for medium specifically only. Here's the thing, right? The reason why the finals is dying is mostly because of the content thing. I know they are releasing maps and stuff and it's like good content, but what people want is new stuff to play with. So yes, there's a lot of weapons in the game, but there's not enough abilities. There is a little decent amount of gadgets, but I feel like there could be more gadgets. And you could also release one at least every season. So like the way Rivals does, right? They get a lot of players because you're releasing a new hero every once in a while. It's like actually very profitable for them. But the issue with doing that for the finals is that they're not doing that. They're not just releasing an ability for each character and things like that. Every season they release something, I guess, but not like always like a full package. Like this was great. They did this was great for the medium. I don't know if it addressed every downfall or every like weak point with the medium, but it did address a lot of issues that the medium class had. In general with mine was it just felt boring. It felt too static. But with the movement now, you can just like do whatever you want. We'll get into that in a bit. I do apologize for all the people who have been here on my channel for a while because I don't post regularly anymore, very rarely in fact. Just busy, soccer games, work, and school. So like between all of that, and I'm just hanging out with my friends, like I'm just relaxing. So it's just not a lot of time to just get on the game and play stuff, but hopefully I can make it to Emerald this season because I'm going to be doing school a lot more and I'll be at home a lot more, so hopefully that helps, but we'll see. Yeah. I guess the best thing I can say about this season is the map. I know people have been shitting on it, but I just like the change of scenery, the different layouts, all that stuff. It is very open territory. It is a very large map, though. We got to keep that in mind. I mean, there's a lot of large maps, to be honest. They gotta change it up a bit if they're gonna do it for other game modes. For Point Break, it feels a little weird, and I think just because of the way that Battlefield, they're like, it looks like it was made for Battlefield. Well, duh, that's the whole point of Point Break mode. It's supposed to feel like Battlefield. It's supposed to make you familiar with the finals through that experience, because they're pretty much similar in that sense too. It makes sense. I know people are complaining about that, but that's the way it's supposed to feel. Yes, it sucks that the map is pretty much only playable in that some team death matches, but like honestly, let's be serious. Team deathmatch is team deathmatch. It's not. It's the same thing, but without points. Like it's just like if you didn't have to steal, if there's no mechanic of stealing and stalling and things like that. I will say everything they did last season was great, and they did some pretty nice changes. So let me actually pull up the changes real quick. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but I'm just gonna go through some very noticeable ones. So we go finals, patch notes. Yeah, so we'll get into the weapon stuff with the media once I actually go over that, but I want to... So they were trying to increase team play in the game for solo players. So they really fixed the ping wheel. It has a lot of... the ping wheels. Like there's a lot of stuff you can do with it now. They did a lot of good stuff. Controller rework and input improvements, which is great. So like they do great balance changes is what I'm trying to say, but they're just not doing the other stuff, which is releasing an ability, a character, and the weapon, and doing, or at least doing one of each for each class. Like you don't have to do an ability for each class, but do like light gets a ability, medium gets a weapon or gets a gadget, and then heavy gets a weapon. Because now we're balanced. I think medium has 4, heavy has 4, and light needs the 4th specialization. So the next specialization has to be light, which I'm hoping is like a speed boost or something, which would be great. Just give you that extra speed. Because they pretty much made medium the movement class, and I'm gonna be honest, they killed the light movement. Why would you ever do light movements other than grapple goo? Like that's the only movement you have, but it's like medium can pretty much match you. So why wouldn't you just play a class with better health, better abilities, if you can do the same stuff now? Am I right? The only thing that sucks is the weapons, but I mean the trade-off is you have half the health, so I'm not sure that's the best thing. Anyway, see what else. Data Reshaper can go through Dome Shield and Mesh Shield, which was great. The hover pad, we'll get to that in a second. Lock Bolts was decrease its cooldown and its duration just 1 second. So they just made it like a 1 second trade-off for its duration for its cooldown of minus 10 seconds, which is honestly definitely great. The Nullifier's cooldown was decreased to 18 seconds, which is actually kind of annoying. You can stall pretty long, and if I can just nullify you again, like oof. Sonar Grenade, which is great. They decreased the cooldown, so it just makes it so that you have to keep moving. Thermal Bore, I guess, is great with its cooldown. Doesn't really matter for me. They did some cash out changes to Point Break. They did like changes to every game mode pretty much. Cloaking Device. Increased minimum cloak duration from 11 to 13 seconds. Increased maximum cloak duration from 27 to 29. We felt that for some time now, lights have been forced towards evasive dash usage as the main approach to light play, and we'd like the Cloaking Device and Grappling Hook to see more usage. This increase in uptime is the overall smudge to help the Cloaking Device out. That's not really the issue with the Cloaking Device. The fact is that you have so many counters and it doesn't make you invisible. So like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro, but making yourself invisible in this game isn't the same as making yourself invisible. There's too many counters to it, so like I think they gotta make it so that when you're moving they can't see you as well as, but like when you're sitting still you're completely invisible. Because people have learned now, like it's just dumb in ranked, and it's gonna suck for low elo, but like that's just the way it is, right? It should be strong for low elo. It's invisibility, especially if you use it right. But again, every class has 2 or 3 counters to it, so like if you're losing to invis, it's just you suck at changing your abilities. It's really not that hard, especially if it's that common. So Grappling Hook got a 1 second decrease as well for its cooldown, which is great. But I don't know if they're doing the right like they gave medium so much ability. They should have given light double grapples. Like that would have been nice. It would have made daggers insane, but hey, that would have taken the actual skill. Guardian Turret is faster turning, wider, lower angle vision, increase damage to 6, decrease its fire rate, decrease its setup time, Like I don't understand how they nerf some stuff and buff it and then expect it to like help it. Like you're just supposed to do straight buffs. But to be fair, it's the way they work, right? It's the way they I don't know what word I want to say. Shockwave is a great one. We'll come to that in a second. AK Stronger, Chimera is great. We'll get to that in a second. I don't know why they increased the damage of CL40. This shit should have always been nerfed. To increase its viability, yeah. So you have to make more direct hits at the CL40 instead of splash hits. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Embark, good job. FCAR fire rate is faster, so great. Minigun. The Pike 556 was great. They did a lot of stuff for that. They made the SH-1900 slightly more viable at longer range. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. You know what? Let's just go into a practice range. They did animation stuff, audio stuff, cosmetics, gadgets. Gateway charges are no longer consumed when deployed on vertical lift platforms. Does that include jump pads and the hover pad? Like, I don't know how that works. Okay, fix teleporting issues. So, healing emitter. Clip through walls or fall through the ground in certain locations. Interesting. Yeah, they didn't have a lot of gadget stuff. I feel like the gadgets are pretty well balanced in general. They're just broken with some stuff. Wait, what does that say? Recurve bow? Yeah, so great. They did a lot of good stuff. So yeah, let's just see. So they made this technically better at long range, which I don't know if I like that. Is that how it's supposed to be? Wait. So if I'm here, it still doesn't kill them completely, but maybe I didn't aim right. Like here. I mean, that still does a lot of damage. And like, I mean, ooh, I missed a pellet. Oh, 3 pellets apparently. Huh. So, I mean, I guess if you land every pellet, they're instantly dead, but they really need to make this fair that a lot. Oh, wait, that's actually. Oh wow. That's I don't know if that makes it more consistent. It just changes it how it feels. Okay, let's see. So let's get straight into the medium. First I want to do the pike change because these two things I just wanted to check out. I do gotta say that they did give us like a roadmap. Season 11 and 12 are supposed to pretty much change the game, melee included, so that's good to know. This is very loud, holy cow. So that's awesome. Changing melee is going to pretty much make it so that everything is viable, which is going to be awesome. I'm going to love that. People are like, melee is not viable. It's like, bruh, it's literally the same thing as Invis. There's so many counters to it. It's just ridiculous. Long range has pretty much no counters other than long range, which is like just skill difference. That's it. Like, that's all that matters. Huh. Yeah, they definitely fixed the recoil. If I could aim, you know, it would be great. It's weird. So like, sometimes I'll have like a lot of tilt like that. And you don't lead your shot there, but oh, you can't even two-tap them with the headshot anymore. That's wild. That's a pretty cool. I guess they made it a lot more efficient. Anyway, this is what I wanted to show you. Ready? Something like that, right? Or if you wanted to, yeah, this gun is way better. But you go something like this. Why am I panicking? This isn't a real person. I think this crosshair is not the one I should have chosen for this gun. So this is cool, right? So you can do some fun stuff, right? I am apparently dog shit with this. So anyway, that's a cool ability, right? I have the hover pad, as you can see. I just want to show you something cool you can do with the hover pad, right? Oh, actually, let's also show you the new weapon. So this is the new weapon, right? It's pretty baller. But you know what sucks about this? It's kind of hit scan, but like if you look, it's not actually. It's like hit scan up to here. But even that, like, it's not automatic, so you have to, you know, click.
Over there.
Whoa. They really changed everything up, huh? Yeah, so it's an okay weapon. What really matters is the fact that I can do this.
Placing a turret. Dropping a trap.
Just watch this, right? Or if you want to make it even worse, you can go yeah, and honestly, you can just use the jump pad to set yourself up. So you go
Hop on up.
oh well, that was a little too high up.
Pad placed.
But you put this, and if you're too high up, you just get on top of this. Right? And then you place this. And then you can hit this downwards too. Why is it like, this is just wild. That was pretty cool. We can even like go back and so yeah, pretty dope if you ask me. Wild that you can just do that. And like, you don't even need the jump pad, right? You can be on this part, right? And just like,
Vertical access ready.
now you're ready.
Turret deployed.
And like I said, if you're too high up, you can just set it up.
Here.
Like, get on top of the turret. Oh, I guess I won't be able to do that. Get on top of the APS. I don't want to hit the. You understand, right? Like, you really have to take everything back. Wait for it, so I can do.
Take the high sails. Placing a turret.
Yeah, let's do it this way, so it hits the jump pad.
Jump down here.
Oh, I'm so bad at this. You can have it deal damage there. Onwards we go. Yeah, pretty fun. Oh, wait, you can also do this. Is it gonna hit the bounce pad or? It does not hit the bounce pad, but what if I do this? I do. Yeah, that's interesting how that works. But yeah, you technically have a portable. Wait. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the end of the video. We're gonna wrap things up, but I just want to show you one last thing. This is why they killed the light class, because now you have all these movement abilities with medium. Just like, look at this, right?
Here's the shortcut. Gain height. Hover ready.
Let's actually put this one
Deploying
up
jump pad.
so we can. Perfect. So now I am a light. I can be everywhere at once. The only thing I don't have is weapons that insta-kill. That is literally it. Oh, I grabbed that wrong. But you see what I mean. And then you can do stuff like this. And this actually is even better than light movement because, yeah, I can, you know, do stuff like this. Give myself away, but I can also do stuff like this. Like, you can do some wild stuff. And like, people are like 15-second cooldown. No, it's actually 7-second cooldown, I believe. Almost, no, it should be 15, right? Yeah, but it still comes back pretty fast. It's not a dash perhaps, but the fact that I can do this, just go back in and then come back out and just like juke people is wild. Oh, I'm being robbed with this lag. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then, sayonara, I'm out. Like, do you see this? Do you see the potential for this? Or, sayonara, I'm out. Or, here I am. You know, help your teammate a bit. And now they get him. Knock each other back. This is really good with long range, actually. If I could land all of my freaking shots, I could probably actually do some fun stuff. But you just slide, you jump, and then you do that. So you basically have a jump slide tech that light has, but for medium. This is why the light class is dead. Why do you need light? Here, look at this. Well, I have to bring it back, right? Right, look at this.
Gain the crow's nest. Overpad placed.
Like, light movement 2. I will say I need to practice these weapons a lot more when I don't have all this lag going on. But yeah, it's actually wild. Here's my grappling hook. Here's my dash. Here's my other dash. Oh, you thought I was gonna hit that jump pad? Oh no, I'm gonna hit it. It's wild. We go down. We go in. Like, it's just... Embark, you didn't have to ruin the game like this. For lights. That's the only reason I'm sad. Other than that, thank you for buffing the medium class. Finally, the medium class has been in the gutter. But the reason I'm so sad is because you can say goodbye to the dagger. The dagger doesn't exist anymore. Winch claw. What is a winch claw? Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is. They kind of just went ahead and did it. Didn't even consider the ramifications. That people are like, oh, do they even play their game? But at the same time, like, we gotta admit, medium kind of needed a counter. I just wish it wasn't like, well, to be fair, out of all the things that medium has to offer, its abilities are probably some of the strongest in its kit, other than its weapons. No, that's not true. Zip and grapple, or zip and jump pad are probably the best. Glitchmine is a pretty strong contender too. Defibs are pretty good, but you have to use them like well, otherwise they're just kind of feeding machines. They actually can make you lose the games and prolong your suffering. So they're in this weird thing where like, yeah, if you're good, sure, but if you're not, please don't. I gotta say though, I love the cosmetics. I love the battle pass. These cosmetics are wild, by the way. Like, these are just some of the best cosmetics I've ever seen. You know how it be. Oh wait, sorry. That was a little too far. That's what I wanted to see. Look at my handsome boy. There's Mysterio. Yeah, they have really cool skins. There's like the Green Goblin crack too, which is pretty funny. This is awesome skin. A cannon as a minigun. Though honestly, they should have just added a cannon as a weapon to the game. Like Embark, how hard is to? I know that you have the KS-23, but you could have just like doubled that damage, halved its reload, and just have that as the heavy weapon. Then it also like twice the movement penalty. Wouldn't that be insane? Wouldn't that be insane? But no. We do have this, which is great. This is amazing. I love this. And then obviously the Knight, the Squire. And then yeah, antlers. We have other stuff. This one is probably my favorite, but they don't have like an armor for it, so I don't know how it's gonna look. That's what I don't like, how they give you like half armor and you're just expected to like roll with that, but okay. They even like show the armor in the animation. I think they added academies too to give you some like insight on how stuff works. Yeah, I would say all they gotta do now is keep releasing new stuff so that people will keep releasing videos on that new stuff where people will see it, be like, ooh, that looks cool, I want to try it. They come on the game, they play, maybe to get hooked on the game, who knows. The more abilities you release, the better it is. Honestly, I would get ideas from hero shooters, but like, you're doing pretty well right now to make it pretty unique, so don't like go out and copy everything you see, but like you can take some inspiration from them at this point. You have so many unique abilities to the finals, you can blend in some other abilities that are more known. I mean, dash and invisibility is pretty much everywhere in every FPS in the goddamn world, but like I said, like speed and health regen or something like that, like you're just constantly regenerating health and you're getting faster, but that's it. Doesn't sound that broken, especially when you only have 150 health, and the only thing that would make it broken, I guess, would be the sword, but that's it. It just makes it good for melee in some cases. Yeah, other than that, like that would be better as a gadget at that point. I don't want to keep talking because I just keep going on random tangents, and you know how that goes. I'm gonna say this is a better season than most, but it is not better than last season. The last season was better in my opinion because of the token stuff. That like this is why this is just glorious, and they just give you a preview of it. Like, oh, you can't even complain. You can't complain, bro. You can't complain. You just can't. Like, look at this beauty. Look at this gem. Look at this gold. Look at this emerald. Oh, it's just too much. It's way too much. Yeah, they have it for almost everything, which is awesome. Like Grav Cube, which is pretty baller. This one. All of them. For Ruby, for Diamond, for Platinum, for Gold. So, you know, get to Gold and you can actually get this skin, which even I don't have. I didn't even get to Gold. Wasn't playing really ranked this season at all. And it is different than the actual gold skin you get with the full gold. Like they changed it up. It's like a Damascus gold too, so they made it a little bit different. These are actually pretty nice. Like just epic, you know, assortment of items. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is sick. Anyway, I think that's all I have for the video. Thank you all for watching. If you do, the finals is, it still has those weird updates. I think this is one of them where it's very good, but they ended up killing another class, which I don't know if that's great. The light isn't completely dead, right? The grappling is awesome in conjunction with the medium, but light is now kind of a like support sweat class where you really only play light if you are gonna hit every shot. You're gonna be insane and you're gonna pretty much always perform for your team. That is the light class. The light class is the performer. The medium class is the utility class now because it has all this movement tech and movement. They're utility support, and then heavy is just like support and well, I guess they're just pure support at that point if they're just a tank. But they also deal a lot of damage, so they're also, you know, damage juggernauts. You can call them juggernauts. Yeah, slow but strong and really fucking hard to kill. So yeah, it's great. This is my favorite part about the game, though. You ready? This. If only they can release an Excalibur. But this is close enough. I will take it. It is not the Sword of Legend or anything close, but it is a Legends nonetheless. Actually, this isn't a Zwinder or whatever it's called, because that one has like the middle piece here too. This one is just like a sword, right? Just an Englishman sword. Pretty baller, I gotta say. A knight sword. So yeah, I'm gonna collect the knight armor, and then I have this thing from before, so yeah, it's gonna be great. I gotta say, I'm still enjoying the finals. I'm still gonna play it, but I'm still gonna play light. They kind of made me want to try medium, which is awesome. It sucks for the light class is killed for the average experience because the medium is just gonna be so much better in that sense. By the way, that movement you saw me do, you can also just shoot that across the map and like stop enemy melee from killing your enemy on the point or just pushing them off the map, or like it's wild. You can do a lot of stuff. So we'll see how the game goes, but I think right now we can fairly say that medium is back and it's fun, which is the whole point, right? Isn't that what we're here for? Peace out, everybody. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next video.